Hey guys, eBay is a joke here. It is January 1st, 2016. And Happy New Year to everybody. And the latest thing on the news front for eBay is the 2 million eBay sports card autograph scam. $2 million worth of sports cards sold on eBay. And you have to ask yourself, how does a scam go so long to reach those kind of numbers, especially with autographed baseball cards? Or you have to actually say that a lot of them cards too probably weren't autographed and were probably just sold at high prices, because I highly doubt that they sold every single card autographed by somebody. They could have. I don't know. I didn't do the research on it. But here's the article. I just don't understand how it can get, how a scam can go so long like that, and eBay allows it. Well, we all know that eBay allows scamming on eBay. That's, they allow the XSS phishing scams. They allow the eBay Motors vehicle fraud scams. I mean, they allow everything. So, Youngstown, Ohio, 4 Valley residents have pled guilty to their roles in what investigators say is the biggest case of domestic fraud in the history of online auction site eBay. Assistant Mohaning County Prosecutor Martin Desmond tells 21 News that the 4 men convicted are only small players in an alleged enterprise. Of course they are. Because just about every fucking seller on eBay that's selling autographed memorabilia is probably scamming buyers of all areas of the country anyway. We know that that's going on. Gators Tim T is probably another one that's scamming buyers on eBay. So it's an enterprise involving phony autographs on sports memorabilia that cheated 25,000 people out of more than $2 million. 25,000 people. So, let's see here. Divided by 25,000. So you're talking $80 per sports card. Now, Daniel Martini, 29, of Gerard, who operates the Martini Burger Bar, pleaded guilty in the court to money laundering. So he had money laundering. James Serenko, 33, of Youngstown. Jason Lindsay, 31, of Columbiana. And Sean Pello, 26, of Warren, all pleaded guilty to engaging in a pattern of corrupt activity. Desmond says the 4 will be placed on probation and are cooperating with the investigation. That means that they're cutting a deal with eBay, okay? Because eBay got their fees, and if eBay took their fees and never refunded those buyers for those, or those sellers for those, the buyers for the fees rather, or the sellers for the fees, if they took the fees out of the sellers, which were committing fraud, and they kept the fee money and they kept the fees, then eBay is implicated in the money laundering. So it would actually make eBay look bad, and it would create a lot of problems for their case. So what did they do with the fees? The credit card fees? Did they pay the fees back to the credit card companies? Did they keep the fees? What did they do with the fees? That's what I want to know. The involved in the alleged scheme would obtain footballs, posters, sports cards, and all other types of memorabilia that had been forged with the names and the the names of athletes. Investigators say that certificates of authenticity were also forged to accompany the memorabilia, which would be sold on eBay. Now, let me tell you what I think about this, because here are the individuals right here. This is an elaborate fraud crime ring. Okay, these guys came up with a way to manipulate buyers on eBay. That's the bottom line here. They knew eBay would allow a certain amount of the fraud to be put through before they were caught. They didn't think they would be caught because eBay was probably very happy with all the money they made in fees. So when you're talking 25,000 sales of illegal credit card or illegal sports cards, autographed sports cards, you're probably talking a fraudulent scheme over a period of a couple years or maybe a year. These guys were probably selling from one eBay seller account. So you're talking $80 times 25,000 sales. You know, how long does it take? It takes a long time to sell an autographed sports card on any platform, because just people aren't out there buying anything like that. Only an avid collector would buy a signed football or a sports card or something like that, and you're just not going to sell 100 of them a day. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to take you probably 2 or 3 years to rack up 25,000 transactions, or however many they did. So that's why I believe that eBay is probably, I would almost bet that eBay got really fat on the fees before, you know, the buyers started complaining. Then they had to do something about it. You know, they got caught is what happened. So what do I think about this situation? I think this is a good situation. This is good because for a critic like myself that exposes the fraud at eBay, the fraud at PayPal, I like this. I like hearing this. This is good news for me. Why? Because now what they're going to do is they're going to start cracking down on the sports memorabilia category. They're going to start making people prove where they're getting their items from. They're going to start making people prove that they have some sort of an account with a legitimate authentication company in order to produce or sell a autographed item. They're going to make people have an authenticated certificate with any item. It's going to put more pressure and more pressure on these guys, or on anybody selling in this category, which I like. Okay, I like that. And what it's going to do is it's going to disenfranchise even more sellers off the eBay platform. More people are going to get pissed at eBay. More people are going to write more blog articles about eBay, and this is what I like. So thanks, guys. Daniel, James, Jason, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Team eBayisajoke appreciates it. $2 million in eBay sports cards. Who got fat on the fees? You guys comment below. Let me know what you think. Peace.